We use terminology. Cease.
Yo, welcome to another episode of Visitation here on Indicted TV. Shout out to all of our sponsors for his glory, Royalty Honey, Fatimas Grill and Paramount, and our newest sponsor, Cali Plug. To Negra's
that.
right, our left, we got the legendary Woodsider Mohawk man.
He went with it. He went with it.
And of course,
Thanks, Icon.
to the right, we got Flying Brian, the sleepiest one.
Okay.
He's on a roll right now.
That's
And of
actually
course, we got
pretty good.
Big, the
We argue 'cause he takes
Llavero
3 naps.
Yarda on YouTube, Big Negra, right?
Hey guys, welcome back to Visitation Hour with us.
So yeah,
We're
we're definitely
Our
on.
visit 6 hours here, like prison?
no.
Are there vending machines?
No, I try not to make it have an. I don't like like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Make it worth it.
Sounds good.
That's an ad seg visit. 1 hour.
Okay, we're
Behind glass, filthy glass, toothpaste and stuff.
oh we're not. Yeah, we're definitely not accent right now. But yeah, we're vibing. We're definitely gonna vibe. So babe, what was the question? We've had a few written down.
So basically, it's a question for both of you. I mean, just take your turns answering. Whoever wants to go first. How did the Indicted interview go, in your opinion, Matt?
Oh, I absolutely loved it. You know what's funny? I still get people talk. I was the other day at the Santa Fe Springs swap meet on some straight skunk off patrol, and I swear to
He's out
God,
of control.
oh, it was, dude. We got like some two kids walk up to me, dog, fucking Mohawk from Indicted. And they're like, oh, no, clumsy. You try to call your name Mohawk. I got dudes who are like walking up, taking photos of me. It's always from the Indicted interview, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, how cool is that for
It's
me,
cool.
right? Cool
Yeah.
for both of us.
Oh, it's cool for you, yeah.
Didn't
definitely.
his thing hit 1 million too?
I
Didn't
never
wa-
really go back to watch because
I think one of mine with you did close to that, yeah.
like the reels.
Yeah,
The
reels,
for
yeah.
sure. Yes, for sure.
Well, it's cool because it like sometimes when I do these things, like what we've been through in life, I tend to subconsciously suppress some of the memories.
Mhm.
And lately, me and him just did a documentary where I was able to remember some of these things. And I remembered something when I was with you too, the story of where I was indicted or inducted into my little group. That story, people
With
have
the
called
man
me.
walking up to you.
Yeah, dude, people have called me from your and like, dog, that's exactly how it is. Like, I remember when I was approached to do my first fucking mission, and that's exactly how it goes. And I'm like, well, I'm not lying. I'm just
No,
trying to give you the least I can without getting myself in trouble.
Of your personal experience,
Yeah.
for sure. And that's like something that, like, when people ask, okay, which ones are your favorite? They're all my favorite. I don't really have a specific one, right? But I always say 3. Both of you, both of yours, and Beef's comedy.
Oh, yeah,
he's hilarious.
I liked Luck's tattoos too. His was funny.
Yeah, Luck's
when you
the
guys
homie. I
did
love
that,
Luck.
remember when you guys did something like your favorite reel or something like that? Was the one that I put.
Yeah.
Up. He had a funny. In
That's
it.
Yeah, he's
awesome.
super funny. And yours just touched me because obviously I was an addict, and
Well,
when
the
you,
addiction part,
when
yeah.
the addiction part where you like, in your room and you're just like, bro, like just lost, you just couldn't take it anymore. You just like,
I feel like the more I share that story with people that can relate to it, that's what keeps me sober. If I don't keep
Good.
telling that specific part of it, I won't stay sober.
Mm.
For the people that may not have watched it, would you like to briefly summarize what you guys are talking about?
That moment where we talking
That
about?
moment when you're in your
Yeah.
room?
Okay. So there was a moment where I had paroled from prison, and I had a lot of PTSD from prison, and I was kind of like shell shocked, living like turned a room that my mom had remodeled from me, coming home from prison, into like a jail cell, basically wearing shower shoes in the house, drinking Folgers dumbass coffee when you have access to Starbucks.
First of all, I drink Folgers.
Yeah,
still.
same.
I'm not gonna lie, it is good. It is good. Yeah. But I'm wearing shower shoes in my own shower. I'm washing my boxers in the sink, and I'm doing a lot of drugs. And my drug addiction took me down some really ugly roads after getting out of prison. And the last like week, I'd say, I had ruined this room, turned it into like a trap house setting with a mattress that's filthy from like sweat and piss
Oh.
and filthy laundry laying on the mattress next to me. I had been doing meth and heroin back and forth. And on the last, I think I had been praying for a couple weeks at the end of my addiction. God, Odin, somebody take this from me. I'm obviously not strong enough. I don't know how to make it stop. And on the 2-week mark, I did about 17 injections of meth on the last day. And somehow my prayers were answered, because on the 17th shot, I realized it's not working. It's just not working. And it was insane that I was able to finally put it get smart enough to realize, dude, God, Odin, one of these big dogs answered my prayers, and I was able to get out that room
Thank
and
God.
get sober right there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's intense.
Ugh.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. I can still remember. Oh, yeah.
And that's a nice house too. The one that
Now it is. If you guys would have seen it during my addiction,
I've heard his mom told me
that room was like the epitome of hell. A candle burning, a small monitor with pornography looping on the screen,
Oh,
filthy laundry, just like
just a mess.
a mess. Yeah.
Just a mess.
Yeah.
What about you, Brian? Tell us about how, your experience about Indicted. Was it like the negative, the positive? Like, how was it?
There was no negative. I mean,
good.
yeah, I mean, it was just good. It was a good conversation, and like just the feedback, meeting people. Yeah, to this day, people like will recognize me from the Indicted. So yeah, it was.
Love
it was
that.
good. Yeah,
Good.
Well.
Yeah, your story was pretty intense too.
yeah. I was probably one of maybe like the third or fourth one I had ever done either too.
Yeah.
Huh?
Hey, what about after you guys did the episode? Did you guys, any of your like cellies reach out to you guys or anything like that?
I know a lot of.
I think his,
yeah, a
not
lot
mine.
of people found me through that.
Really?
A lot, yeah. That was one thing. Yeah, a lot of people did find me through that. People that I'd done time with, people just from my past. Actually, a lot of people.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I think I had one person reach out to me on TikTok when I posted on TikTok. I think someone, yeah. But not my. I mean, I had been out for a while, so like my cellies, I don't even know where they are. I had one celly that I try to find every now and then, but I can't find him in the system
I didn't
anymore.
find it silly, but there was like a lot of homies that popped up. Actually,
That's
a lot.
cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
That's
Definitely.
really cool.
For you, Matt, I'm
Yeah.
not sure how many interviews you did prior to doing the Indicted interview, but what was it like opening up that can of worms after so long?
Well, I told that one story where I was approached, and that was a big thing for me because I was scared that am I allowed to talk. Remember, I was like, I don't want to talk about certain things. I don't. Well, I won't. Well, because look, because we all know that there's a lot of people in this industry that they love the sound of their own voice when one of these microphones is near, and they don't watch what they say.
Mhm.
I'm sober, and I guess basically. I'm highly cautious due to that we are still connected to the streets, and at any
Most
moment,
definitely.
what you say can come back at you.
Most definitely.
So I watch what I say, especially when it comes to terminology and groups. And I told a story that was kind of skirting the edge of that. But it was the first time I had remembered. I was that comfortable that I felt like, okay, I'm technically involved. I don't think it's a big thing. I'm not pulling the Wes Watson. You know what I mean? So I think I can speak on it. Damn, I shouldn't have said that. Oh well.
I mean, you know,
Well, fuck him. We don't care.
Yeah.
what can we do?
Yeah.
What about you? How difficult for you was it? Or, how did it make you feel?
Yeah, no, it wasn't difficult at all. I was silenced for so long inside of a box living my life, and I had overcome struggles that I wanted to share with people. So being able to tell that for me is also therapeutic. The feedback, I always try to be as raw and as real as I can, no matter how ugly my truth is, because I know there's somebody out there that I can connect with. And the more raw and honest you are, I think where the deeper connections go, and people, appreciate it more.
Yeah, especially because you were super fresh out after like doing how many years exactly?
29.
29 years.
And I was still on parole at that time. I'm off parole.
We already know you're off.
Yeah.
That was like one of the questions that I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
Like how long have you been off? Like just recent, no?
So 384 days. And when I got the paper to get off parole, it was a trip too, because I hadn't heard from my parole officer in like a month. And usually you have to check in every month. You just, piss in the bottle, quick conversation. And nothing. And just that card came in the mail. And when I opened it, honestly, it might sound weird, but it hit harder almost than being released. Like walking out those doors. I would only say that because I've been in the system since I was like 7, from like child custody. We've all traveled these paths. So to be completely free, because if you're on parole, you can have 0 police contact. So if they just pull us over for whatever reason, that's a potential like violation. So yeah, I don't. Hey, you're
out. Pull me over.
Hey, ask him, Negro, ask him what else he did. Ask him what else he just got. He just got another milestone.
Well, tell us what you achieved.
Okay, I mean,
he's now
Dodge Durango. I got a Dodge Durango. Just got a new job.
Oh, so you got your license.
Yeah, my license.
I had to stay on his bumper. Dude.
That was like the last of all the things that and things are still new. I'm still fresh, but that was like the last thing that I don't know. I mean, I had accomplished my goals and a lot of things that I wanted to do, a lot of milestones, but for some reason, that driver's license.
It was like kind of frightening inside.
And I'm a good driver, but yeah.
I was
I have
gonna say.
yet to see this though.
Should we talk?
Oh, you haven't.
He has a license, but we have yet to see him in the vehicle driving it.
So you haven't drove your own truck?
No, I have.
Oh, okay.
By
Okay.
himself when no one can prove this. But he
I'm
says,
the only person in this room probably that has never had a ticket in their life.
yeah, but that's because you haven't been on the road actively to understand what the rest of us go through.
But the point is, I'm the only person in this room, whatever excuse you want to
time
make.
somebody-
It's Cupid, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Besides homie, we're here.
We're the only ones that are like legit
Yeah.
around this couch.
Hey, but so you got your license. That's it. Because I was telling my husband, I was like, well, Matt's gonna bring him because, babe, I don't know if he's allowed to drive or something. I don't know. I told him I don't know if he has his license. I don't
Yeah.
know what
I
happened.
try to bring him everywhere we can, yeah.
And I'm like, well, now we know you have your license now.
Yeah.
And a AAA card.
So if you see a Dodge Durango driving the wrong way in the freeway, that's
We
your
know
boy.
that.
That's your boy. You know.
My
really-
question for you, Brian, is this the first time you've been off of paper in your entire life?
Entire life.
Since probably about 7 years old.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
Yeah.
at 7 years old, what, you're in fucking first grade or something?
Yeah. I mean, it started just, with child services, adoption, just getting put into the system. That's why I say it probably even hit harder just to be for the first time ever. Like,
And it was
I
a
have
Saturday. He called me on a Saturday. He's like, bro, I'm off parole. I was weird on a Saturday. Remember, isn't that what
that
you
was just the day I picked up the mail and got the little
Facts.
All right.
card,
You're probably off for like the whole month.
Yeah, I had been off for like 3 days.
How long have you been off paper now?
3
Like
weeks?
3
Yeah,
weeks.
about 3 weeks. Yeah.
About 3 weeks. So
About
I
3
saw
weeks.
it.
Are you are you still conducting yourself in the same manner as if you were on paper?
Yes. Maybe a tad froggier, but for the most part, yeah.
Yeah, the other day,
Which is good,
someone
though.
was rude. He's like, dude, I'm off parole. I will whoop their ass now.
No,
I'm
we
like,
don't.
No.
We
don't.
don't.
We don't.
We don't want to do that. You
Yeah.
want to keep it the
Yeah.
same. You want to keep it the
That
same.
man at 7-Eleven needs to go home. Please.
This guy's out of control. I bet you, huh? You have to calm him down. 'Cause
Yes.
I can
Sometimes,
beat you.
yeah.
I'm definitely the calm of the operation.
Yeah, he is. I have a temper.
You look like a fucking hothead, bro.
The Viking.
Shout out to the chat. We have 100 and like what 195 live viewers right now.
Yeah.
So are you guys able to see? I know the screen's kind of too far, but
No.
just know that they're there and they're probably talking poop. But honestly, I don't think people talk too much poop about you guys at all.
Every now and then. You got to have a hater
They were a
or
little
else
rough,
you
they
ain't
were a little
shit.
rough on the TikTok one, but for the most part, it was, like on the TikTok, they're a little rough.
Well, that's good though. I mean, we gotta get it somehow, right?
But I
Yeah.
don't care what you say. Just leave a comment. Just
Leave a comment,
Yeah.
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 Because you're free now, right?
Yeah.
Because you're free.
Absolutely.
Question, Matt.
Yeah.
Is there a story that you felt like maybe you wanted to tell and can tell that you forgot to say while you were on camera?
It's funny you said that because I was thinking about that on the drive here.
Oh, nice. Yeah, sure.
Me and Brian just did a documentary about what was that thing called? There was a term. What did he call that arrangement?
Oh,
Can you say it?
yeah,
Can you say that?
yeah, the agreement to end hostilities.
In the joint, I guess this came after I paroled, so I didn't know anything. This guy contacted me from Utah. He's doing a documentary about. Say it again.
The agreement to end hostilities.
agreement
It
to
came
end
right before the hunger
Yeah, I don't even want to
strikes.
say because I'll say it all.
Well, I wasn't involved in it, so and again, I don't speak on things I was involved in.
Okay.
But he's asking my opinion on. He tried to use terms like shot caller. And I'm like, listen, I wasn't a shot caller. I'm not cool like that. I was involved. I wasn't nothing special.
We're normal.
I was kind of like medium, lowish on the totem pole. And but anyway, he's like, yeah, but you got a good backstory. I investigated you. And I said, listen, why don't I introduce you to Lonely? Because he was actually involved in the hunger strike that shut down some of the solitary confinement. And he goes, well, why don't I have both of you on there? Because you got a white boy and a homie. And he goes, and then you got two white boys that were together from the same gang that went separate routes. It's kind of good to have your perspectives. And so, when you're talking, sometimes, like I said, my brain has like shut some of this shit down. And as we talk, some of these memories pop up. And another thing came up where he was asking me about like, how did it feel to go home after all that time I did? And I remembered this story when I was still in prison. I remember I just tried to do as much as I could so time would fly, and I didn't plan on coming home. I was an asshole. I wanted to be an asshole. I didn't do any work on myself like Brian did. I still blamed you, your son, Icon. It was all your fault I went to join.
Well, because you were still getting high.
Well, I was getting high and I was active. So I was like, it's never my fault. It's always the world's fault for what happened to me.
Yes.
I was the only inmate that was, I mean, I was one of a million that wasn't guilty.
Yeah.
I'm not guilty. I didn't do shit. I don't deserve to be here. It's your fault. So before I came home, me and my cellie his name was Randy, and he was a really good dude. He's like, when you're doing time with your cellie, I think girls you guys have like what, 3 or 4 cellies? Or do you have single? You have one cellie?
Well, no, you only have one. It just depends where you're at, honestly.
I think Chowchilla had like 8 girl cells, I remember.
They had a lot.
Yeah.
But I was in Minnesota and like all other ones.
Shit.
So those were like 4 men or like.
Okay, so
a lot.
A lot of the time, I had my cellie for years. We were together forever. Like we shit together. We
Everything.
shared porn up and down on the bed together. We watched TV together. We listened to music together. We would break our TVs and our earbuds and have one earbuds separated, listening to the same shit.
Thing, yeah.
And we drank coffee together. We did everything together. So your cellies become extremely important to you.
Of
and
course.
like I love that motherfucker. Like it was a relationship. Like nothing gay, but it was like that's my dog. And
Thanks for clarifying that.
yeah, no homo.
Yeah.
It was nothing gay. It was nothing gay going on.
I understand
Yeah.
what you mean, though.
Well, yeah, if you've done time, you get what I mean. Like my cellie was like that's my brother.
That's your friend.
Yeah, that's like an extension of me. We go to yard together. We stomp together.
No matter what, that's together.
Yeah. So me and Randy had it really, really good. My mom took care of both of us. I'd get a package. He'd get one. So his family wasn't there. And Randy was a lifer without. So no matter what the state changes, he's still not going home. He did a murder in protecting some lady who was being raped in the city of Lancaster, and it was looked at as a hate crime because he was a white boy, but it wasn't. But because of the situation, he got that hate, and it enhanced it to life without. So we were together, and without too much details, before I came home, my counselor had did an immediate, like a rushed seeing all her clients because our prison had been on and off lockdown a lot. And she called me, and they came and got me, Cameron, go see your counselor. It's important. I go see my counselor, and she goes, dude, you should have been home. Why have you not filed for credits? And I'm like, what's home? I'm trying to go home, bitch. You're crazy. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to go home. And she goes, no, dude, you're like, I'm in jeopardy because you're supposed to be home. I could get in trouble. You should have been home like 9 months ago.
Oh.
She goes, you should have filed for your credits. She goes, you're on the next thing smoking. She goes, matter of fact, and she hit the tower, buzzed the tower. He's making a phone call right now. She buzzed me out to make a call. And this was a 270 level 4. I go make a call, order some dress outs that'll be there like in 3 days, like next day, airmail, whatever. And I go back to see her, and she goes, here, like you need to just relax. You're going home in like 3 days. And I go back to my cellie, and
You weren't okay.
no, I was extremely upset. I wasn't ready. I was emotionally fucked up. And when they tell you something like that, usually like Brian knew ahead of time, he had been doing some self work. He knew that his date was coming. He had time to prepare. I didn't. I had like 3 to 4 days. So I go back to my cell, and Randy's sitting up there watching TV, and I'm like, and I got like some tears, not tears in my eyes, but like I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, like she's sending me home. And he goes, what? He jumps off the bed, and we make a plan. I said, look, remember those, like, I don't want to say it, but there was a couple people we didn't like. And he goes, let's just get them. Now, mind you, we're so stupid that at this point, we don't realize like we're trying to stay together, but you do a stabbing or an assault on a yard, you're going to be separated now anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to AdSeg, you're going to AdSeg, probably going to be shipped out to different prisons. But our bright idea was, look, let's make a knife. We made a knife. We made a plan. We made a knife in the cell that night, and we went to bed. Now, when I woke up the next morning, I get up excited to go fucking get this dude that really didn't matter on the spectrum at all anyway. And Randy's already awake. Now, in a cell, in a 270, when you walk in a cell, you got your toilet to the left, your curtain, you got your bunk beds on the left or the right, your lockers on the right. Straight back against the little small window is your desk and your little stool. Randy's sitting, and Randy's a big-ass white boy. Randy is probably the size of Icon, a little bit bigger. He looks like a fucking linebacker. He's sitting with his back on the fucking stool, and he's looking at me with his coffee made. And my first thing is, where's my coffee, motherfucker? You're using my creamer and shit. Where's my coffee? And Randy looks up, and the sun hits him, and Randy has tears in his eyes. And Randy's like, bro, come here, let me talk to you. And I'm like, what, bro, don't, like, why are you being weird for? Like, don't get weird on me, Randy. We got to play. I'm like, shut up, make my coffee. Let's get cracking. We're going to breakfast in like 20 minutes. The lights have already come on. They've already done release for all the workers. And Randy's like, look, it makes me get teary-eyed every time I say this.
Oh my
I know.
God.
Randy goes, I flushed the knife when you were asleep. And I'm like, what? Dude, it took us like 4 hours to make this fucking stupid ass knife. Those things, if you know about the joint, they're not easy to make. It takes a lot of work and effort to make these things, unless you're lucky enough to have something that's preset. But Randy's like, I flushed it and that's it. And I'm like, what are you talking about, dog? Like, I don't want to go home. I'm gonna stay with you. And Randy's like, and now Randy starts crying. And he's like, I'm never going home, bro. He goes, I'm never gonna go home. And he goes, I need you to go home. And I'm like, fuck that, bro. I don't want to go home. Like, I didn't really want to go home. I was so angry at the system. I was angry at God, my mom.
And she was there for you the whole time.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's still all their fault. My drug addiction, my choices with gangs, my choice for being a pussy because I didn't tell my tagging crew no to join a gang, my choice of being confused with growing up with Mexicans, being a white boy. All of those struggles are everyone's fault. And I'm like, no, I'm going to get this dude anyway. And then we're going to get separated. Now we're not going to be sellers. You're going to fuck our plan up. And he grabs me. Now, Randy's strong. When he grabs you, he grabs you. And he's like, listen, I need you to go home for me. He goes, I'm never going to go home. He goes, please, can you go to the beach? Can you just, bro, go fuck 3 or 4 girls right when you get home? Can you have a real cup of coffee? Can you go to fucking, I don't know, Denny's or Norm's and just get some pancakes? And he goes, please, bro. He goes, do it for me. You owe me that. He goes, I've never asked you for shit. He goes, I've fought with you alongside you. He goes, can you please go home? And now I'm crying. And now I'm like, damn, dog, that's fucking a lot of peanut butter on my fucking cinnamon roll right there. You know what I mean? And I'm like, Jesus Christ. And we're both all fucked up.
Way to put it.
2 big old sweaty white boys in the fucking confined cell. We're hugging it out. And I'm like, all right. And I gave in. And obviously I came home.
Thank God for
Yeah.
Randy.
It was a fucked up situation.
Thank God for Randy, man.
From that day, how long did it take you to go home?
Like 3 days.
48 hours,
About four. I'd say about 4 days tops. As soon as my dress house landed, they shipped me over to R&R and I was out. And my mom was there.
Obviously, I was present for your first interview, but what exactly was the first thing you did when you got home?
Well, my mom picked me up. I hugged my mom. We had to drive from San Diego, so I stopped at AMPM, and that was an emotional fuck up too. Because when I went to jail, I had my phone when I got arrested that was in my property was a Sony Razor. You remember those phones?
Mm-hmm.
The high-tech flip. It was bright pink. It was super gangster.
Those had like the phone.
Yeah. You take a little selfie with it's a flip phone, but it was bright pink, and I gay as fuck with a pink phone.
No,
but I thought it was cool. Yeah, I'm a dude though. You know what I mean?
Cool
but and I paroled. My mom shows me an iPhone 6 or 5C or something, and I'm like, whoa. And
Who said 5C?
yeah, that's how much the technology jumped. We already went from like all those iPhone models, and then we stopped at the AMPM, and the biggest thing was there's 7 choices. Like the glasses at the AMPM used to be like 2 glasses. You got the beer and like 3 different brands of soda. Well, now it's like 17 different cages of choices, and I'm like, I got to take a turn sitting in AMP. I'm like, damn, mom, why is there 7 different 7-Ups and 6 different Cokes? And she goes, there's flavors now. And I'm like, get me one. You know, I'm all scared and
You're
shit.
meeny, miny, moe.
You know,
How
there's
intense is that?
It sounds dumb, but unless you've been there, unless you've done the time, because Brian's gone through that shit too. Unless you've done that kind of time, like you don't understand the variety and the way life changes when you come back home. Really fucks with you for a minute.
Yeah.
No.
What about you, Brian? Is there any stories that you wish maybe you would have told that you'd like to share today?
His face.
Yeah, I mean,
It's so different. I love them.
what? I mean, the only story that it was funny because I just reconnected with a buddy of mine that we're in Salinas Valley like tons of years ago, and this was back then, and we were talking about it. At the time, there was a discrepancy between the Southerners and the guys from Fresno, and I remember this. I don't remember who it was, but I remember he was in 7 Block. They called him Weasel. He was from Fresno, and at the time they would do like Southerners, whites, blacks. They would run the yard. There'd be like 500 people on the yard, and the guys from Fresno they would stay in. They would have their own time for yard. Maybe there was like 50 of them on the yard or something. Well, this guy was paroling on a Saturday morning, 27 years old or whatever. We didn't know. We found out after the fact. So the doors open and he comes out of 7 Block. And when you're in prison, as soon as the door opens, everybody's head turns to like who's coming out. Everybody's watching everything in prison. Yeah. Immediately everybody's head. And I remember I just heard the homie go, "That's that fucking bulldog." And like within seconds, there's easily probably about 200, maybe 50 homies, 50 whites or something like that. just peeled off their shirts, their slingshots, started tying them around the face, dug everything up off the yard. Like 80 people charged this
On
dude.
his way home?
For one
He's walking
guy.
home under escort because we're on lockdown. It's wartime. 4 COs were escorting him. They sprinted. They were gone.
They left him
They
alone.
left
Yeah.
him. And all the guys were just running towards him.
They flushed him. He probably was dead within 5 seconds.
Really?
Oh my god.
On his way home.
Heavens to Betsy.
On his way home. And
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good. Yeah.
that's just the
I mean, I guess I can't say that again.
Heavens to Betsy.
heaven. That was a heavens to Betsy moment.
Yeah, that's a good. Gosh,
That's
golly
my
gee
grandma would
willikers.
say. Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Is
those
this a
things
white scene?
I don't know,
please.
could be. Could be.
I was like, oh wow.
Yeah. No, but those things happen. People don't realize those
No,
are
but that's
scary
the real.
moments.
Yeah. These are just and when your door opens and they'll see you walk out and
Well, I was telling them
the
on that
reality of it.
documentary too. Like people like to glorify it. Some people like to glorify it, and that's why I don't do that. That.
Yes.
What he just said.
That's a reality.
That's a reality check. Like
Yes.
you were 42 feet from the R&R to get released with your dress outs and maybe a loved one outside that release area.
Oh god.
And you're in pieces on the yard.
Turn around and have 80 wolves on you.
Yeah, and let me tell you something. I've been down in riots like that where it's really horrible to have that many people jumping on you, hitting you. I've never been stabbed like that myself, but I mean, you can just imagine what it's like to have people just on you like spider monkeys, and there's nowhere to go. And those cops have literally abandoned you, and I've seen it.
That sucks though. All they had to do is run faster, no.
All the cops had to do is turn around and start spraying with those fucking canisters they got. God forbid they used
I
them.
guess
Some of them
that's-
got the hip holder, the big CO2 ones. Remember those ones they carried?
And the best part what happened was like nobody was in trouble because the footage from the tower is really grainy. Like you
Yeah.
can't you
Old cameras, yeah.
yeah, it was the old cameras and most people they had their slingshots. They were tied up like ninjas and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah, it was.
Wow.
That's how quick on the jump, homies.
I was
Like,
only
keep
probably
them up.
like in prison probably about 3 years at that point. So yeah, that shook me to witness something. That's a whole new level of brutality right there. you
Yeah,
know.
that is scary.
And it's different when you're in prison on the streets. You're with your homies. You're under the influence. You're feeling yourself. When you're in there with
You're stone cold sober acting like that.
with that shirt and you.
Yep.
That's all you have. That's why they say like war and prison really introduce a man to himself. Because
It's brave
you're
heart shit.
alone and you're up against it. Yeah, you have homies, but at the end of the day,
You're alone.
you're alone.
Yeah.
You're alone.
Wow.
What would you say? Yo. That's a swag
This is
ass
better with
mic.
the question.
Sorry about that. I need to change the cable on this mic. What would you say to completely switch lanes? What's been one of your favorite episodes aside from your own or Matt's that you guys have really liked on Indicted so far that you may or may not have seen clips of?
I mean, I'm been on Ike and Tina more than
Argentina's cool, huh?
yeah.
That's right.
No,
Everybody likes Ike and Tina.
Oh.
I did like that girl Sandy.
Yeah, the one with the
Did you just like Sandy or you liked her story?
No, she had a dope story.
yeah.
Like just
Sandy's the one with the tattoo and the
Yeah.
with her sister and the abusive domestic
yeah, that
violence.
was hard. And we actually became friends because of Indicted.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like
Hey,
he,
what kind of friends, Brian?
Oh
no,
my
just
God.
friends. Yeah, nothing like that. Just
Hey.
friends.
No, he's
Yeah.
I'm the one you got to worry about, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Who's
I-
the one?
Hey, Yeah, who's the one, the little cute, thick one that she got black hair? She came up to me and she's like, "Oh my God, you're indicted!" And she goes, "I was just on," and we started. She's like, she did. I think she went to jail, but she's not that tattooed. She's
She
short.
definitely went to jail if she's been
Definitely
here.
went to jail.
If you're Indicted, yeah.
Yeah, I forget her.
Prison.
I forget her name though. She came out. And we were chopping it up at Renee's photo thing, and
So is Indicted just
It didn't
bringing
get-
the
I-
world
I've got to
together?
ask for a number,
it
but
B?
Yeah.
I think it was B. She's a little cute, thick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
B, she's the one that's
Did you bite your bottom lip, Matt?
Yeah,
Huh?
sick
Did
as
you bite your
fuck.
bottom
I might
lip?
have bit my lip down. I might have bit.
She's the only
Yeah.
one that indicted 3 times.
Yeah, I think that's her. We
Yeah.
chopped it up at a photo thing, and I didn't ever ask for a number. Probably should have.
Let me ask you this, Matt. Have you
cabrón.
seen any episodes that you thought might not have been believable or episodes that you thought were whack?
No,
Um,
not me.
there was one guy. Who was the guy that lived next to John Gotti or something? Who-
Big Hit.
You're right. You're
no,
right.
not Big Hit. Not Big Hit. That was recent.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, no, not Big Hit. This is a guy a while back. He
Someone
was
else was
in the-
Gotti?
he said he used to. I'm not saying he did it, but that was a high-powered story.
Oh, wait.
He used
I
to
think-
bring the trays to John
Oh,
Gotti.
48 Ways, the homie 48 Ways from Orange
48
County.
Ways.
Okay.
He was in ADX's. He
Oh, he
wasn't.
was. Okay, that was a good story. I was just like, whoa, like, okay.
No, he just said he would make the trays.
Okay.
And then I think Larry Hoover slid him a note.
That's the one. That's
Yeah.
the part where I was like, okay, that's kind of, I mean, that's
There was one though. There was one. I don't.
Freeway Rick was cool.
I don't
I
like
was on
to
there.
get involved in drama, but there was one. I forget. He was a homie, and no offense, but like there was a lot. Like he was saying a lot. Like I was almost like, Jesus, you might want to tone it down. Like there was just a lot. If I wish you could remember his name. Obviously, he looks like the rest of us, face tattoos.
Yeah.
All the purposely from
I've
the
had
neck
face
up
tattoos.
where there's probably nothing under the shirt. He had the look of like there's nothing under the shirt, but it's all neck and head and hands.
Those are shots fired by themselves.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying because look, some of us like we use candor and I know ahead of time. But then again, like he's been telling me, it's a whole new world out there.
Yeah.
And
obviously we do.
Is not the new.
Yes.
What have I been saying about the broccoli? Don't let my lucky is I'd be hard on the broccoli haired kids with the Crocs in public. Like I'm gonna get smoked by one of these kids because I'd be hard on them.
Okay, well you need to watch yourself.
He
doesn't understand.
I understand. Like they be running around.
First of all, we love Crocs.
Oh Lord, you're never allowed in my car.
I'm gonna pull your fucking car right now, as a matter of fact.
You got Louis Vuitton, huh?
You're saying you hate on Crocs.
I didn't. I just what I said was I'm not a fan of crocodiles.
Hey, you know what?
What?
I'm gonna buy you a pair.
No, there's a certain pair like the kind that I have.
Stop.
Hey, Crocs are the best, bro.
It's your story.
Listen, you need to give yourself a chance in life. He needs to give himself a chance.
You buy me some Louis Vuitton slides, I'll fuck with them. Some Coach slides, yes. See?
Yeah.
You won't get Mohawk. Will not have Crocs.
Coach slides.
Hey, no, honestly.
He doesn't understand. He's so 90s. He doesn't understand today.
96 is the farthest I've evolved.
Okay, well, listen.
We're in a Ben Davis jacket from 95. Come on now.
You need to get it together, bro.
He's
but
still
that's the thing. You know what? I got in this argument with, no offense, Uncle Jeremy, with the owner of my company, right? Some people.
For your former company
my
right now.
former job. So this is
Shout
what
out to everybody.
I
Almost
say.
400 people.
Yeah, I say this a lot. There's nothing wrong. There's two types of people. There's the people that change with each trend, and you, by proxy, you tend to lose yourself in the process.
I don't agree, but I'm going to let you say what you're saying.
Okay,
Go.
but there's people like me that my look and everything I stand for with what I speak on, how I tell people I won't go on your show if I don't respect you and fuck with you.
I love that.
Yeah, like I turned down, should I say his name?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Adam 22 fucking shot him down.
God.
Never.
He wanted to pit him against Wes Watson.
Never. It don't matter. I'm not. I'm gonna keep it gangster.
okay.
Can I say why?
Interview me?
Can I say why on the show? Should I say it out loud?
Go
Right?
ahead. Go.
I could never sit across the table from a man that let another man fuck his wife and watched. Miss me with that.
Yeah.
I would never have a conversation with you, player.
Yeah.
And
About
repost
your
it.
luck. And I don't do gay shit either.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Your personal life has a lot to do with who you are as a man. And I'm sorry, I mean, I'm not.
No, hey, that's your
Yeah,
opinion.
like I
That's your
won't go on
opinion.
your show. You can do what you want, but I don't fuck with.
He's gonna do the
Nonsense like
remix
that.
of the song that's coming out tomorrow.
For the very first time, I tried my sound pad with a gunshot for shots fired.
Dope. Yeah, he invited me on his show, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna pass.
It's
And he's
okay.
like, really?
You are who you are, and you're a
Well,
man
that's
of
why
your
I
own
fuck
bit,
with
you
people
know.
that I fuck with. So back to like my style. My style's my style. It's a lot about who I am. And again, there's no. I make fun of Crocs. I don't really give a fuck. Well, I wear them? Probably not. But I don't care if other people wear them. Kids wear them. Girls wear them. That's cool. I've smashed girls with Crocs. Don't get it wrong.
Oh my
I don't
God,
care.
this guy's out of
But-
control.
You know what I mean? You will not get me in a
But
bed.
you support Crocs.
Honestly, okay. I love Crocs, right? I live in Crocs 24/7.
I believe you.
Well, you're a
I'm
mom,
serious
too.
right now.
Mom has nothing.
I mean, honest,
Just
she bought
slide
you Crocs.
in and go.
Okay, he hated Crocs.
You sold them on them.
I was wearing him in the gym the other day. I seen him on the live, bro.
Have you?
I was wearing them in my backyard, you mean?
Appropriate place. If you're not a medical assistant or a nurse, you should not be wearing them in public.
If I go outside, I wear the Yeezy foam runners, which are very, very closely like
Loosely
clocks.
based.
The Yeezy foam
Yet
runners
they're
are
not-
even
yet
more
they're
radical.
$600 and
Those
they're
are,
Nikes.
but they're super comfortable.
Yeah.
It's all about being comfortable these days in life.
Yeah.
The older I get, the more comfortable I want to be.
Same.
You will not catch me in heels, bro, unless I have to.
Yeah.
Unless I have to.
Well, my style is kind of who I am. Like, I'm stuck in the 90s, so I represent the 90s, our fashion.
Sometimes
Yeah.
we'll go somewhere. I'll walk up. Yeah, I don't care. I'll
Yeah,
wear
yeah.
an orange shirt with some and I'll walk up and I'll open the door to his car. He'll go.
I love Brian to death, but sometimes he is a fashion disaster. So, bro, Lonely will pull up to my car, try to
disagree.
get in. I'll be like, hold on.
Go
I
change.
just
You got
fashion
a lime
forward.
green shirt on, some purple cross-color shorts.
But like
And
a
it's
lime
like-
green Balenciaga with a, you know what I mean?
No,
Like
you
some-
gotta match, man.
And he's
Yeah.
hey, and
You
then with
gotta
that
match.
negro, with that lime green, he'll have a Laker hat on. I'm like, bro,
Oh, yeah, you
please,
gotta match.
bro.
But I make it happen though. It
You
works.
gotta do that.
Let's just say that you.
Wearing it,
let's
it's the
just-
personality.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I run with that. For me, it's like.
Remember with Cameron when he wore all the
91,
pink? Remember
96?
all that and then what it turned into?
Yeah, but he matched.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
Okay.
that's a rapper trying to do that deliberately. I'm not.
Yeah.
Mohawk Matt has a.
That's funny enough,
Yeah.
but I'm all about the Crocs.
I believe you. I'll support it if. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Charms?
But you can't get in my car wearing them.
Two charms, only two, not too much, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I just have a
Guys.
Starbucks. I have a Kobe.
Okay, I got a
and a
Kobe.
Mexican little thing.
All right, I got a Kobe. Like,
You know?
yeah.
But-
Nikon, you shouldn't have. You better not have no charms. on
No,
your
he
Crocs.
doesn't have any charms.
Oh, thank God. You better have bandana print ones at least. Please.
No, look. So he hated
Just
the
black and
Crocs.
white.
Okay.
He hated the Crocs. Two different ones, right? He's down. He hated that. I bought him one pair. And then I turned around and he's like, I think I'm gonna go get a pair of black ones.
He went on his own.
Yeah, two.
Dude, I went to Foot Locker the other day to get some new Air Max, and they have a wall of Crocs. I
Crocs
was
are
like,
the best, bro. You need to get it
like,
together.
I was overwhelmed with the wall of choices of Crocs. And I'm
Like if you were like
and
in
they
the-
are not cheap.
No, now they're getting more expensive.
Because
No,
they're
now.
no,
popping
damn
now.
things
Yeah,
in
they're
the
popping.
armor, fucking man. There's like
Yeah.
a whole subculture. Man, there's like people are trading them and selling them, and I'm.
Is there-
it's
is like a thing?
Pokemon? Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
dude, I seen a guy at the gym wearing them, and first, don't wear them at the gym,
Sports mode.
homie. Don't. There's no. You don't program in Crocs. Keep them in the cell.
Just with the additional stuff.
Crocs and the
The
feds.
county jail gives them to you, I think, when you go in now.
Sports mode. They're comfortable.
I'll
and they're
take
like,
those
not-
over the Jap flaps.
And
Did they have
yeah,
Jap flap in the women's?
Yeah, they like those orange ones.
I will go barefoot before I wear those. Those are ridiculous.
You like
Fine,
those, huh?
flip-flops.
Ridiculous.
I
Those
can
are
find
whack.
flip-flops.
You need to just rip them and make a line out of it. That's it. I hate those.
Somebody said that they used to tie them up.
Yeah, you
Like
can- yeah,
sandals.
yeah. When you play basketball,
Yeah.
like in reception center
Yeah,
and stuff,
yeah.
because they
Oh,
slide off when
dang.
you're running. So you just get like some bed sheets or something. Like it's horrible.
Cut
It's
a hole,
terrible.
yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that.
Oh, wait, so you did it?
I didn't, but I wouldn't even wear those. I would.
Not go
Yeah,
outside.
I would
I
do
think
it
he has
like
a
buy
pair of
any
Crocs, he
kind.
just hasn't told me because I'm hard on him. I believe he might.
I think he's too
I've
down.
showed you my Crocs.
He's too down not to tell you.
Serious?
I got some gangster ass charms on there
You
too.
better
Don't
get
you
it.
dare. He knows better to bring in my car though.
I think I just took a picture.
You know
of
he's
it.
too down for that. A down ass fool's gonna wear whatever he wants and still be down.
Amen.
Right?
Don't you pull a picture up of them?
Let me see.
I can't find them. I have them. They're badass.
What's the chat saying, baby?
Chat is pretty lit right now.
Are they tearing us up? Are they being?
Yeah, tell us about the chat.
Someone's
Talk to
talking
us.
about Matt's Air Maxes.
Yeah, I got some. I just bought these.
Look
I
at
got,
Oh, you know what they always say too? The last times we were wearing the 14s.
We were wearing the same shoes,
Yeah.
right?
yeah, I
we
fuck
were.
with Air Max. I got like 42 probably different pairs of Crocs. I have a
Dang.
few. You should see.
Yeah,
I
I'm
have
not an
a-
Air Max girl.
I have
to
a
tell you the
huge
truth.
problem. I go Air Max, Pumas, Air Force Ones, Jordans, 3s, 4s, 5, and 6. Nothing past the 6.
Okay.
And I have a serious. He'll tell you. How's my collection, Brian?
Everyone used to smoke P Dogs with Icon.
Yeah.
That's how I started.
Oh, you're looking at the chat?
Yeah.
They
Oh,
smoke
man.
P-Dog.
The chat's on the screen right there in front of us.
I know.
This
Send it
is
to
too
people.
far.
Oh, hold up.
I'm surprised nobody said nothing about that. Haven't told me. It's controversial.
I don't even think they probably even cut.
I know.
I
You're
don't.
right. You know how good that felt? Though? Like, hey, I'm gonna pass, homeboy.
Hopefully they did.
I said no.
You did too?
I've been on it though.
Oh,
but
okay.
do know.
Early on.
Early,
Yeah.
early
I know
on.
that,
All right, so can you see the chat?
Yeah, kind of.
Chat, go
What's
ahead
up,
and
guys? We're here.
ask some
Crocs and
questions.
James for Jim. Love you, dog. Whoever you are. Feed me too. Crocs are good.
This fool should get a Mohawk tattoo. Where?
I have it. It's tattooed on my head. I have a Mohawk tattooed like a Mohawk on my head.
Oh, nice. Can you guys see it, guys?
Because I went bald with a Mohawk in the joint, and I just said, fuck it.
So look, me and my wife were doing news before we decided to start bringing on past guests.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start doing the same thing with you guys that are
Shout
here.
out to Adidas, by the way. Love them. I fuck with them.
So the first news article we got right here is at least 129 killed during a mass prison break attempt in DR
Oh, wow.
Congo.
Whoa, really?
Basically, more than 120 people have been killed in an attempted mass breakout from the largest prison in the Democratic Republic of Congo, the latest in a series of violent attacks on jails in the Central African nation. Prisoners try to break out en masse from the Makala Central Prison in the capital at around 2 a.m. on Monday. The provisional human toll stands at 129 dead, including 24 by gunshot after warning. The others died by jostling, suffocation, and some women were
Wow.
raped.
I feel like they don't have, like, you try to break out, they try to say they're Democratic Republic of Congo. You, like, that doesn't sound like they'll probably just, you try to break out of those prisons in those third world countries, you're getting smoked.
Yeah,
They're not trying to recapture you. They'll just gun you
Yeah,
down.
I
when
think
you're
so
a prison
too.
break in Congo in the same sense.
It's like Venezuela's pretty bad like that right now too.
Yeah.
Hey, I heard they're just putting you in jail if you even have a tattoo now. You don't even have to have done a crime. If you're part of any one of those gangs,
Yes.
that's a wrap.
Yes,
Life
they're
without in
they're hard. They're hard. Yeah, they're hard on
Man.
people. Hey, do you guys know anybody or
Right, Memo?
experience
What's up,
anybody
Memo?
trying to escape from prison?
Hey, that's the one.
Absolutely not. I never
That's the
once
one
considered that.
Yeah, hey, we've had conversations
That's-
about every kind of conceivable thing you can imagine in prison.
Yeah.
Never was a conversation. That's so crazy. Let's get out of here. Let's figure.
I think people,
never.
you guys could
never.
outrun them, right?
Let's get shit. Let's get everything in,
about
but
maybe
nothing
having
out.
someone use a drone to drop some shit off. That's the farthest in the spectrum I've ever gone. A
Wow.
family visit, maybe having getting married to a fucking chick for no reason, have her bring me some Air Max or something like that. Was probably as farthest I went on shit like that. I didn't get married in prison. I tried a few times.
It was
I got
hard,
lucky.
huh?
I hooked up with a nurse one time. That's a true story.
Oh, wait, tell us.
Hey, nothing serious. I mean, like,
What was her behavior though? Like, what's she doing?
Let's start where it began. How did you get hooked
Mohawk,
up?
when you got
deathly
to
afraid.
to work in the
Mohawk
medical-
is deathly afraid of midgets. I don't know if anybody knows this.
Oh, are you?
Horribly, like if I get near me, I tend to want to kick them and get away.
What
They
did
scare
that
me
do to lead you to boning this nurse?
because she was technically like 4 inches past a midget size,
Haha.
and she was the
What
sweetest
does that
girl.
mean? What does that? Hold on.
Hold on. I don't know. Like midgets are like I don't know. See my foot? It does that. When a midget comes near me, I have the tendency to.
It's like a phobia kind of vibe?
Yes, they freak me out. I see them on Instagram. They get BBLs and booty and like breast implant. I'm like, oh, it's like a
I'm
little-
surprised you didn't fucking.
No, not on the midget. I'm a pass on the midgets.
So talk to me about boning the
this
almost
chick-
midget.
This chick she was just a sweet. She was a native chick from like we're up north. She was native, gorgeous. Like I'm like a little short, thick Pocahontas looking. Just like, not too dark, but not too like in the spectrum with freckles on her face. And freckles gets me all the time. And she was just nice. And
sure.
I
So
would
white
always,
thing.
you know how when you're in the joint, I'm always finding reasons to go to the clinic now because I saw this chick and I'm trying to flirt with her. And we start,
You're sick every day.
yeah, every day. I got a cold. I mean, I got anxiety. I got hangnail. You know what I mean? I can't hold down water. All kinds of weird shit. And it's not like what you think. You're not accomplishing much in the joint when even if you do, it's probably like 4 seconds in a closet. It's bad for both of you. It is not fun. You're terrified of getting caught because you're being transferred. And
You only get to brag to one person.
yeah,
Yourself.
how am I going to brag to you? You can't even tell nobody because then, prison is one of the worst places for motherfuckers hating on you.
Super chismosos.
Yeah, and motherfuckers will drop a kite on you and hate on you even when you're on an active yard. It's fucked up. But we had like a really good friendship. We did a little grab ass and touching and maybe a little kiss here and there, but nothing major.
You had to
and-
bend down all the way or what?
Yeah, it was worth it though. It was worth it.
Look at his voice.
Did you guys ever get caught?
Sure, how did
No. Well, I ended up. Well, because
Doses.
you have to be. I was very careful because like this chick, fuck me, I'm already doing time.
Yeah.
Her whole life could be destroyed
Yeah.
if she gets
It's
caught.
very nice of you to even think that though. 'cause
Well, yeah,
you're
and I never
crazy
tried
ass.
to push farther.
Did you
and-
just think of that right now?
No.
Okay.
No, but everybody was trying. The couple homies that knew were trying to get me to. You know how the homies are, right? Whites and homies are like, dog, you need to have her bring dope in or phones. And
That's
I'm
all
like,
I care about. Like,
that's all
Yeah.
they give a fuck
and
about.
you're like forced.
And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. So before they started really sweating me,
Where he's
I
like,
had her start bringing
we need
in.
to go do a job.
Yeah. Well, I had her. She knew I was into tattoos, and she'd bring me tattoo magazines. And I'm like, damn, like I used to tell her, I wish I could get like real tattoo inks and like parts to make guns because my homeboy Trouble from El Monte can make a tattoo gun. And I
he's
said
like,
that
I
one day
wish.
without thinking about what I was actually planting in her head. She starts bringing me tattoo ink. I'm talking real colored tattoo ink, fucking tattoo magazines, patterns. Because, when you're in the joint, we're limited to whatever patterns are like tracing chicks on magazines that are just left around. Natural Curves magazine, FHM stuff and shit. Everybody's got Vita Guerra on the arm somewhere, like 72 in the same pattern,
Classic.
backwards and forwards. And so she starts bringing me real tattoo stuff and like,
Indeed, I forgot about.
remember that chick? I'm like
You have
seven.
to.
I might have had a post.
I got her sister.
Yeah. So she's bringing me all this tattoo shit, and I'm like, and the homeboys, all of a sudden, you got like 19 white boys on this yard. We're all blasted with color ink, and the cops like, hey man, like, what the fuck? And we got like full on sleeves. Homie, skinheads got red swastikas and the whites are all fucking koi fish. Like nothing you see in the joint. Like we're all getting blasted like we're at a tattoo convention. And the cops are starting to look at us, but I never got caught, knock on wood.
Thank God.
And I was just very careful because she was such a sweetheart that I never wanted this chick to get in trouble. You know, because this chick's life just fucking with me. Like her, she could get fired. She had a kid, transferred to God knows where, you know, so.
Did you ever link up with her on the outs?
No, I didn't want to do that to her.
You should search her.
Well, my dumb ass, I never got her phone number. I ended up
What about
getting
her
transferred.
name?
Remember her name?
You should check her up on Instagram.
Facebook, Facebook.
Facebook is actually, most normal adults have Facebook.
Yeah.
You're right on that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Chill.
Yeah.
Facebooker.
I've more people from my normal life.
Toxic
Facebook
people
now.
coming out.
Yeah, but I think I got in a fight or something happened where I got transferred and I just lost contact and I never wanted to.
Oh God, that's
Yeah.
funny.
How did we go to that from the 12,000 inmates?
Cause
That's crammed in the
that's
Congo.
other countries like those fools are out of control. What do you got to do?
I don't have.
Oh, and then I asked, has anybody thought about escaping?
Oh, yeah. What about you? You're the one that did the most tiempo in this facility
In the
here.
yarda?
I never.
You had to have thought like one day maybe I'll break out of here.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, it crossed my mind, but I didn't. Those walls were too high. Them gates were too electrified. And to be honest, I kind of got comfortable at a point. As crazy as that sounds, not that I didn't want to go out. I've wanted to get out since the day I got arrested.
Of course.
But I kind of it was my home. I had been there longer than I had been free, so it wasn't really like damn, that's a sad thing to say when you think about it like that.
But it was but you accepted.
Yeah, these are my friends. I grew up with these people. These are, my brothers, my primos, like whatever. I didn't want to go, and I did, but I was just comfortable.
Yeah.
I used to always think about it too when the laws changed, when SB 260, which, the law that benefited me getting out, meaning if you're a juvenile that committed a crime, I remember I started looking, like, it was weird. Like, my view started looking, I actually started looking more up, like at the sky rather than just the day room and like what's in front of me. It's weird. I mean, I thought about that years later, but it literally changed like my whole perspective. Yeah. Yeah. But I always wanted to get out. I didn't ever want to be.
It's funny. I remember sitting.
I was just comfortable. Yeah.
I was with his mom a lot when he was in jail. We went to meetings together, and I remember every now and then his mom would be like, "Hey, he's up for parole." And he wouldn't hear nothing. She'd be sad. And then
I kept getting denied.
Yeah.
7 years,
then eventually
5
she
years.
came to me and she goes, "Matt, he got his parole."
What about you? Any nurses or what?
No nurses.
No.
SEALs?
Dudes?
You have like a little funny face
Dudes?
right now. Like
I know. Like,
like,
that's why I said, any dudes? Don't lie, bro.
Yeah, definitely not that. As someone who, someone who came up in the system, obviously juvenile hall and everything. That's every person's dream is to pull a staff member.
Yeah, but it's
Never
not
happened.
like people think. It's not like a porn scene. It's horrible. It's scary. It's not that easy. Can you imagine the anxiety of one of you getting caught? Because when you're in jail, your whole life, like he was saying, I have groups of friends that I'm solid with. You probably have a job. You have a hustle. You have a yard and a workout routine that you like with some people. When we're in jail, we don't like change. We like the routine that we get stuck in. It makes the time pass.
No, I like my routine even out here.
When you take the chance to put like anything sexual over your routine, you're risking it. I was really serious with that, like with any of that kind of weird stuff. Like guys like me and a group of guys, like we did this thing where we all got tattooed what we missed the most in jail. Did I tell you that?
No, tell us.
So like 6 of us white boys we all blasted something on us that we missed the most from jail. And you're probably going to be blown away. Like everyone's like, damn, what kind of naked chick you got? And I'm like, bro, not one of us got that. Because when you go to jail as a man, you already realize that is a separation that's drawn because there's really not homo shit going on in the yard with us. That's the society and the movies want to impress that upon you, but that's not a reality.
Yeah.
It's separated from us in there.
Because they have them somewhere else.
Yeah, they have them somewhere else. But so what we actually missed, like my homeboy got some pancakes on him with melting butter. The state gives you pancakes,
cute.
but they're not real pancakes.
Yes.
My other homeboy got a can of like some special Mexican seasoning. And the most impressive one, I got bacon on my leg because that's my favorite thing. You never get bacon. We can order the pre-made bacon from Walking Horse, but it's never the same. It's all plasticky and shit. But so I got bacon, and the best thing I saw was my homeboy got a matching set of Herbal Essence conditioner and shampoo on his ribcage, big, highly detailed. And I looked at him like, wow, that's the best one out of all of us. Why would you get that? And he broke down again in tears when he said it. He goes, my girlfriend is still with me. We have 2 kids. And he said, I can never forget the smell of her when she gets out of the shower.
Oh.
And it was like a special set of herbal essence that was
I
popular.
can smell it right now.
Remember how popular that was like in the late
smell it.
90s?
Yeah.
It was a matching set. And he goes, when she would get out of the shower, he closed his eyes and he goes, I can smell like I'm in Hawaii.
Oh, damn.
And for like an hour, the steam and her smell would come through the bathroom into my bedroom. And he goes, that's the one thing I need to get home to.
I could smell it. You know what you're going in this because
Dude.
when juvenile haunt,
Yeah.
obviously in those years, your mom was able to bring you your hygiene.
Yeah, they bring you cosmetics.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
my mom used to
Oh,
bring
yeah.
me herbal incense.
Yeah, wow, that's right. We have a little bag and in the
brown
Hollywood,
one, yeah.
the brown paper bag of our personal,
That's what you
my
know.
Irish Spring. And,
Yeah, and I would get the hairspray because it would be clear, like clear bottle. You could see through it or whatever. They would just like take off the like the little
the
little thing that makes it
wait, what's going on over here?
Yeah, what's
the little. It's like
this
the spring. Yeah.
the spring. Okay, the
Yeah.
pump. Yeah.
what's going on here?
Okay, are we sign language?
Hey, you know, that's the one thing that people, I don't think they realize, like, when you get out of prison, like, you just want to smash a girl or something really quick. Like, it's so far from, like, when I got out, that was, like, I wanted a hamburger first. I wanted french fries. I wanted to go,
I wanted some fucking real food and, like, a drink from a cooler. And I wanted, like, my mom had the window down in the car driving all the way from Dago. And it was just, like, I wanted to see a dog. You got to see a dog. I wanted to see a fucking puppy and a dog.
it's like a hamburger.
Yeah.
Or it's like an In-N-Out burger. You've been in prison for 29 years. You haven't had an In-N-Out burger, so you're not missing nothing. You don't know what you're missing.
Yeah.
But once you get a taste of that burger, you can just smash it.
Yeah, I
You know what I
think I
mean?
got
So
laid
that's
right
what-
away. It was a minute too. I wasn't really tripping on it till I.
Yeah.
That's like the. Yeah.
I didn't either.
What was it like? Let me
I
ask you
didn't
this,
either.
because fools are always trying to get out of whatever little scenarios they're in. When you started doing the pet program shit, was there anybody there that was actually allergic to the animals, but just try to participate so they could get away from whatever they were doing normally?
No. There were a lot of people in the yard that were terrified of dogs, that had like terrible dog stories.
Damn.
My first dog was a blue-nosed pit named Gemma, and I would walk around the yard. It's a sweet dog, but she looks like,
Vicious.
like a beast. And you would see,
Fools press.
quick. They would freak out. Yeah, they would freak out.
I mean, it is scary. I
And
get scared of
especially
my
if they
own
had an
dogs too.
experience. Yeah. If they've had in their childhood they got bit or whatever, they tell me. But yeah, there was definitely a lot of that.
And
Yeah.
why'd you transition from a badass pit bull to a cat?
I just felt like that's what I.
Okay, you might want to ask him what is he taking care of right now?
What are you taking care of now?
I got so
No,
where
he's-
I'm living right now in Granada Hills, we seen on the news, it said hundreds of bunnies multiplied and they escaped. We seen on the news.
So you got
So in the front of
Not
where
just
we're
a
living,
bunny.
this bunny was running. We caught him. I've been taking care of the bunny for like 2
Negro,
months.
this is a rabbit.
Best bunny
He
in the
puts it on
world.
his story every day, and I'm like, wow, that's amazing.
Wait, I haven't-
It's a
I haven't
fucking.
seen
I
it.
thought it's a rabbit. Like it's a fucking big brown like.
Jumps out every
Like, I'm
morning,
talking
comes up,
Easter
climbs in
bunny
bed
ass
with me.
rabbit.
Yeah, climbs in bed with me, lays down
Yeah.
right here. Yeah.
Hey, those could be very
They're
dangerous.
one of the best pets. A rabbit, and they're clean. Their turds look like Cocoa Puffs. You
Yeah.
can just pick them up.
He's all happy with his bed.
He puts it on his story every day, and I'm looking at him.
Jacqueline
like,
over
wow,
there.
it's
Keep that all right up.
my boy's a killer, and he got bunnies on his story.
That's
like,
right. There's no
man.
face.
Man,
She's probably in the chat right now. Jacqueline O'Hare.
No, I posted, obviously I posted that we were going to go live and there was like a few girls that were like, oh, these were 2 of my favorite stories.
Oh, cool.
Super cute, super cute.
Yeah.
wait, what was the girl's name that I liked on the episode? What's her name again?
B,
B.
she probably here.
B. I'm gonna get that number
Sandy?
eventually.
No, not Sandy.
Oh,
B.
yeah.
Yours is a different Sandy.
Yeah.
Sandy B with the amazing
Yeah.
story.
With her
Amazing.
sister.
Yeah, powerful story.
Yeah.
There's probably people who are still down for the count that watch this. They comment occasionally, like, I'm right here, so and so, whatever. If there's anything that you could tell those homies that are watching that are still busted, what would you tell them that are if they're watching right now?
Damn.
On
I
their
wouldn't
mobile
think about
device.
that. And they are watching. I mean,
Facts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they watch and die.
100%. I'm in touch with so many guys on the tablet through the GTL.
Oh, good. You still communicate.
Yeah, definitely. And on the phone, I still take phone calls, and they're watching. They definitely are watching. Just that, my own message is life is so fucking beautiful out here.
Yeah.
And
It's stressful.
it's
but
a
but
whole
it is what
different
it
kind of
is.
stress. It's an entire different kind of stress. I can
Yes.
function in prison. I can make money. I can create a foundation, and I could go. Out here, it's not been that
can't.
long. I'm barely collecting information. I came in with a ton of questions for Icon. Like I'm trying to learn,
It's
but
hard.
yeah. But you know, they were the boys, man. I love them. I want them to come home. I'm out here representing. I'm not doing anything stupid, as hard as it's been sometimes. You know, not to fuck up in front of everybody. I know that you know, these people are on my shoulders and I'm caring for them.
Yes,
and
I
I'm
love
representing.
that.
Yeah.
I love that you said that. You know what?
If I go to jail, the law's reverse. If I come out here and because I got one speed. If you turn me on, I go. So if I go back to jail, the laws that I benefited from, chances are they're going to turn that into commercial reverse, and these guys aren't going to come out. And I'm not going to be the one to do that. I'm not going to be the one to.
Well, it's funny because we were talking
Go
also
on the
about
yard
like,
and-
how all the homeless people and like all these other people, they can do what they want with no consequences. Guys like me and him, we don't have that.
Yeah.
We will be arrested. We will be held.
Yes.
We don't have the I'm going to jack off on the bench and slam meth and it's okay. They just drive by. No, we're going to jail.
For
They
sure.
hold people like us accountable
Yes.
because of our histories.
Yes.
We don't have that luxury of the not getting in trouble.
No,
now.
for sure. Look,
Yeah.
this was like a while ago, but we went to the movies. I think that this is like a while ago before we even had our son.
Yeah.
And I had my oldest son, and it was just that we were coming back from the movies, and we got
Yeah.
pulled over, and the cop was like, "It says that you're on probation for the rest of your life." I was like, "What? Remember?"
Nah, yeah. I don't know how I was the one in the back of the squad car, even though you're the one that was on
I know.
federal probation for the rest of your life.
Did you snap for her? Because I probably would have, like, yeah. You probably.
He said, what's the story with your wife? And I was like, I mean, I don't know. You tell me. What's your computer saying? I mean,
He probably just wanted to get information out of you, homie.
and I was like, she's been on federal probation since she came back home.
No.
He was
no.
like, well, either she's lying to you or you're covering up for her or something's going on here.
Yeah.
But it says that she's on probation for many, many, many years.
That's not even reality. Like,
And
that's,
they
that's a
go,
lie.
you
There's
would-
always a term. There's always
I'm in
a
the back
term.
of the squad
There's a
car. I'm
bottom
like,
and a
yo,
top term
yeah,
for
but
probation.
Shoot me my
Why would
asthma
you say
pump
that,
before I
though?
have a
Like, what
fucking
would you
anxiety
do?
attack back there.
Like, what? I wonder what it says. Like,
Yeah, right.
For me, I'm a validated prison gang associate. That lasts 10 years. They put you on the terrorist watch.
Yeah, I was
watch
gonna
list.
say that's. Have you ever assaulted an officer in or out of custody?
So maybe since you got Rico indicted,
That's
Maybe that could
probably
be
what it
it.
is right there. Yeah, Rico does carry, and then there's also like him, validated gang members. You're on a Homeland Security, me too, and we're also like I have 2 assault on staffs in custody, one in the county jail, one in the prison. Those whenever I'm pulled over, even on the street, that comes up, and the cops like exit the car on the ground on this. I still have to go through that.
wait, trip out on this right now that you said Homeland Security. Remember when I used to work at that company, Any Promo or whatever?
yeah.
Homeland Security came to talk to me because I was working in that
That's
company.
probably the Rico thing you have in your back.
Oh, I don't know if I ever told. This is like a long time ago.
Organized gangs to organized crime.
Crime, yeah.
That shit never leaves you.
Yeah,
like
that never
that.
leaves you.
Like
You're not stealing
in the
your record
computer.
on that.
Maybe like you're off. That's what I was talking to. C's up. I think you might know him, C George, and he was saying like when they seal like or when you get off parole, you're off parole, you get to enjoy like everything. But if you commit the crime, that box opens back up and all deals are off. Remember what you did before. So yeah.
What are you
My
doing?
homies on their knucklehead. Shout out to knuckleheads.
Yeah, shout out to the homie.
Badger. I don't know where Badger is. I hope he's okay.
Where's your bifocals at, Brian?
Dude, I need glasses. I can't see.
No, it's $0.99.
There's really no.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Dollar Tree.
Yeah. I love a Dollar Tree.
Yeah. Rest in peace. Are they still
Everything.
around?
No, they shut the 99 cent.
99 cents is out. But
Homie, can we talk about that for a second?
Dollar Tree's a best.
Too soon. Too
every-
soon. Too soon.
Is it too soon?
Yeah, the 99 cents. I'm barely getting over it. I love that.
No. Why is it when I go to the 99 cent store, everything's $4.99? Man, fuck that.
No, 99 cent store has everything out of 99
No, but that's
cents.
false advertising.
No,
I
the
don't
Dollar
go for
Tree-
no $4.99 candle. I go
The
for
Dollar Tree's
99
legit.
cents.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's a big 99 cent on the roof.
Yeah, everything
Why
else
is
is-
it $4.99 for a bag of cookies?
I don't go
Please.
to the 99. I only go to the Dollar Tree.
Or a duplex.
And now
Man.
it's like 125 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, some horse shit, dog.
That's true. That is true.
Tipping, just like tipping. Don't get me started on that. Don't do it.
Why? You don't like to tip?
Here's the thing. Check it out, America, LA, the Valley, Inland Empire,
I know
Dago,
it.
all the good counties indicted in California.
And beyond.
Strippers, car wash, waitresses, bartenders, maybe some busboys. I will tip you. If you work at Panda Express, don't turn the register around acting like, here's an option, sir. And then look at me crazy when I say, no, you get $20 an hour and you ain't done shit but hit a button.
Facts.
I have a big mouth and I'll be like, no, absolutely not. No, turn that motherfucker around, read it. Or if the kid at Starbucks want to call me babe 3 times and it's not a girl, want to know, hey, babe, want to tip me? No, motherfucker, stop
Wait,
calling me
they
babe.
ask
I'm boycotting Starbucks too.
Oh, damn.
No offense.
That's why I wait in the
Look,
car.
no
He
offense
goes
to
anywhere.
anybody's personal.
You're all, I'm not going.
No offense to anybody's personal lifestyle choices, but don't call me babe. I am not babe to some kid, some little teenage kid with purple hair. Don't call me babe. I'm sorry, and I know I'm not tipping you because you get $21 an hour to make some coffee. I'm an American. I can't pay my car payment sometimes. Man, like and then you want me to tip, and then you want me to donate to some kid cause. So the options on these things are like tip $7.99 for kids. Homie, at this point, can I just get out of here with my coffee? Please.
Seriously. No,
America.
hey, it's true though, you know?
Or when you go to McDonald's, they ask you like 6 questions before you order it.
I don't want to sign up for text and 19 emails either at Shell gas station. Why does Little Caesar, you don't need a tip? Please. Lord. Good. Man.
Deadly monkeypox outbreak strikes U.S. prison.
Oh, wow.
Virus spreads coherently.
I'm telling you, dog.
Has now been detected in an Iowa state.
Wait, is that real for Icon? Is that monkeypox?
Yes.
Nah,
Is this real?
Where do they come from though?
that fool's got hepatitis or something. Man.
Look.
Hey, do you get bumps from hepatitis?
No.
I mean, I don't know.
You were still down when it was COVID, right?
Yeah, we
Well-
were shut down for 2 years straight in there.
Talk to me exactly how that played out for you. I know you talked about it briefly, but let's drag it out a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I was in Ironwood, and when the COVID hit, the only information we had, we're just looking through TV, and then they just shut the entire prison down. It was March something. They shut everybody down in the cells, and they just started transferring people. Like 700 people were infected in one day, and they just moved everybody to
That's
buildings.
crazy.
Yeah, shut it down. They didn't know what they were doing. We're in the
missed
cell
it, thank
fighting
God.
for about 3 months.
People didn't know what they were doing out here either.
No.
Everybody was a mess.
Bro, I had COVID twice and I went to the gym. It didn't fuck with me at all. I thought it was a joke.
The shot was the worst thing. The COVID was bad. Every time I take the shot,
you
I'm
guys-
sick as a dog.
I got
you
the
guys had to
vaccine,
take.
yeah.
Oh, you got
They
the
made
vaccine?
me.
Dude,
I had to
I'm
take it
sorry.
3 times in order
My
to go
boss
home.
talked me into doing it because we travel and I did it and I have been tired ever since I did it. And it didn't stop me because I got COVID like a month and a half ago and I almost died this time. I was
Oh,
not
you
a
just
believer.
had it, yeah.
I thought it was fake. I'm one of those dudes. No, it's bullshit. It's fake. Last time I had it, I've had it. This is my 3rd time. Homie, I go to the gym. I program with COVID. I don't give a fuck.
No, you have to.
But this time, never. I thought I was gonna die. I don't know what this new version of. I was in my
Hey,
bed.
no, we were just sick too, like super sick.
I was in bed. I called my mom from bed. I was like, Mom, like the meatloaf, please help me. I'm dying.
What were they doing to help you guys that did have COVID when you guys had it bad?
They weren't really doing anything. The world were trying to figure it out. And, if you're in prison, you're the bottom of the totem pole. So, I mean, they were coming around like every 3 days with some ibuprofen and some cough drops because people's, remember it messed with your throat. But we were in there.
Did your taste buds go away too?
I didn't have that. My
I still
smell
can't
went
taste.
away. I
I
remember
had
I
that
felt
this time.
sick for a few days, but it didn't really hit me
It
too
was
bad.
like a cold. The first 2 times like a minor flu, nothing major. But this time I thought I was dying.
No, I could
No.
still. My taste and smell was still kind of like crazy. Believe it or not, like
Really?
I sort like my
Yeah, a
taste
lot of people off.
literally went like away,
No shit.
like away.
Wow. Like still to this day, how long has it been?
Years.
Damn.
I mean, I could taste, but I was still able to cook good. Good thing I know how to do the seasoning.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the seasoning.
The seasoning.
Just like
Seasoning. A little seasoning.
A little seasoning.
Shout out to M80.
Yes.
Icon, did you have COVID too?
I personally got COVID, possibly. Oh, my bad. I personally got COVID maybe 3 or 4 times, but the very, very first time I got it, I was still filming music videos, and I'm not gonna lie, I was in a booth with somebody, and I took off my mask briefly to say something. They weren't wearing a mask because they were obviously in the video, and when they told me a couple days later, like, yo, that fool had COVID, you have to go get tested. We had to figure out where to go get tested. It's when the tests were still $150 to get tested.
Yeah, my first
I went,
time, yeah.
I went all the way to Bell Gardens, and then I didn't catch it that time. But somehow or another, I ended up catching it, and they had the monoclonal, the Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
They had the Joe Rogan / Trump, and I Googled it, and in Beverly Hills they were doing it for 2 bands, but I found it, and again in the southeast or in the south side of LA in Bell or Bell Gardens again for $1,000, and we had all gotten it, and I was scared as shit, right? Because obviously I'm fat, and also because I have asthma.
Ooh,
So
asthma's dead,
I'm
yeah.
obese. I have asthma, and on the press they were like, "Yo, if you have these two things, you're for sure dead." So I was like, "Damn." So I had a little bit of bread, and I looked at my wife. I was like, "Let's all go get it." She was like, "We're gonna be fine. If you're scared, you go get it." Psh, I had 105.
Purse.
I had 105-degree fever. I drove from the SGV where I reside all the way to over there in horrible traffic, and I got signed up for the monoclonal. You know what I mean?
Another one called. There was another one. What's that other one called that everybody was buying?
Resendivet or something. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know anything about anything.
Yeah. Anyways, the vaccine didn't work. I know that for sure because I still got it again. So I think it's all a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
But I did get pretty bad this time. So
I was sick. We were sick not too long ago. Like maybe like 2 weeks ago. I took him to the ER because he had like the what is it called?
RSV.
Yeah, but that's just like only kids really only get it because they don't know how to throw up their like.
Oh, okay.
So it becomes bacteria in their lungs, kind of vibes. But
I think it's safe to say we got COVID.
You know what worked out perfect for me was the COVID shut the entire California prison system down for 2 years. I literally spent those entire 2 years just in books, writing in preparation for board. So as soon as it opened up, I went straight into board.
Were you in a dorm setting or you were in cells?
No, I've never been in a dorm. Always a cell.
Damn, and what, 2 men?
Yeah,
I think it's kind of better though once you get used to it.
Once you've been in a cell, you will not want to be.
Yeah, it's like too much being around people. Like, bro, just close the door.
That's why I urge people to check things with people in their videos because you might see some dorm settings when they claim to be.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Check the backgrounds and them photos, players. You see a dorm setting.
That means it's bad.
No, it just means that you ain't no. Dorms are not level 4.
Yeah, if you're in a dorm, you're in a level 1 or level 2, is what you're saying.
Possibly a level 3. It's a slight chance.
Well, we were talking about somebody recently who's been on social media that is the most hardcore shot caller in the world, but he's only been at like a level 1 or 2, so maybe he was there.
Yeah.
For his, what if he was? Stay, what about Supermax? Supermax in the county is a dorm setting.
Some units. They also have 4 or 5 that are.
That's the 900 floor, I'm assuming.
800, 900, I think.
800 is. I've never been to 800. I've only been to 700.
I was in 7, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a different vibe. Yeah, you will get twisted.
If you didn't live on the upstairs in the 700 floor, you were not cool.
Yeah. I was at 714.
You just have to remember when people tell their stories. Most of the time, some of the out-of-state stuff. If you're out of state, no offense to anyone who's been out of state, you're still doing time.
It's different, yeah.
But you're lower risk security to be moved to another state. Also, dorm settings. They don't put high power validated.
No,
in dorm settings. You have to have a closed custody. You have to be watched more. You're going in and out of cells with guards close to you. You know what I mean? Like it's just. I don't even know why I said that. I don't even. Well, Ned, I've reached the place where I like some of these dudes. You can be whatever you want today on social media. Hey, homeboy, you're a Tyrannosaurus Rex. You are king of the jungle. I support it.
So you're level tripping.
Yeah,
that's fire.
In prison, everybody.
I have COVID-19.
180. You look at them 270 was they're soft.
Yeah,
yeah. 270 were like them level 3. They just kind of laid it down. They're not even active. You go to level 3.
Them
like
CCFs.
No matter what. If you're in the shoe, when I used to be in the shoe, I'd be like, these fools are mainline babies. Like back here already. Like
little do you know, I would have loved to have been on a minimum yard with movie night and sodas passed out at Golden State. Please.
Well, I was gonna say, indicted. I just let people tell me their prison experience, and who am I, right?
Yeah.
Who am I?
I watch the faces sometimes you make when they'll say something, and I'm like,
yeah. I watch her eyes. She'll be like, really? You have to look for it because it'll be like really quick. So you've learned to see through some bullshit here.
Well, yeah. I've been around guys my whole life. Yeah. Always around guys, and I would hear my guy friends, like I hear their stories, and I just been around for a long freaking time. You know what I'm saying? I just know. So when people say things, I'm just like.
Well, you want to know one of the craziest things is when you hear someone tell a story that you're actually a part of. I've had that happen to me 3 times where dudes have told a story from the joint, and I'm like, I'm one of the dudes and I don't have the balls to even tell them. I'm like, oh, that's not the way I heard it. I mean, like I was involved. Like you just spoke my part for me. That's the best when someone pretends to have been a part. Yeah, it happens. Well, when I got sober, I went to those AA meetings, and that happens in there religiously. All those people are losers. I'm sorry. They will sit there and regurgitate stories that they've heard places and make it a part of their own. And these people will tell these stories so many times that they believe it in their soul.
No, I believe that.
Yeah, and I've actually sat there, and also in some events I've gone to where some gangsters have told stories, and I'm like, I was a part of that. Like, but I just, hey, that's your Let me get some popcorn and I'll get a couple tacos and I'm gonna sit here and listen to this.
We know a couple of people that have also come home as lifers after doing over 2 decades or what have you, and they have been on the yard with some of the people that have been here, and some people have over exaggerated allegedly.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna come, you're coming on a podcast, so I think it's natural. You want to kind of, I think everybody does that to some degree.
It's just kind of.
I get scared to do it, so I try to if I exaggerate, it's maybe a
On your
slight,
part.
But
slight
then,
sprinkle.
on the flip side of that, there's been some people that have come up here and did not say the whole truth. As far as they didn't add extras, they kept it pretty cool, and people from inside tap in hey, that fool was really, really, really with the functions, and he could have really told you some crazy shit.
Yeah,
For sure.
And then I DM them hey, fool, maybe you could come back for a part 2 because they told me you got some stories you didn't tell them. Obviously, we just laugh it off or whatever. But
Yeah. Which I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, there is a line that you travel. Okay, so even when you go to parole board, when I go to parole board, I remember the first time I went, they're asking me all these questions. And it's about me and things that I've done and associations and stuff like that. And I didn't do that. I don't know him. I don't know them. I haven't, you know what I mean? So, but as time goes, you learn how to toe a line. Conversations are had. You know basically what you can, like you said. We've been doing this, so you know what's appropriate and what's not.
Yeah.
Everybody knows how to speak.
Exactly.
Everybody is not dumb. We all know what words we could use. We all know what we can't use. I know. So if I'm a woman.
Well, me and you are pretty far out too, so we're more transitioned into normal life. I feel like I can now talk more comfortably about stuff.
I agree about
the first time I did interview, I was more terrified than I am now. I'm even more comfortable now because now I'm I ain't telling you how to smuggle dope in and shit like that.
No.
I'm more comfortable with some of the stuff I say.
Yeah.
Brian,
agree.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. I just mean we just know. Even in there, bro, even in there, we know how to speak. And I've never even been in jail with men. Kind of vibes. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, you got your street education,
Yeah, we just know. What did you say?
Somebody's laughing at me because I got a jacket on. My bad, dog. I'm sorry, Monster.
Hey, you know what?
I'm sorry, Monster. My bad. It was a fresh jacket. I thought I'd look pretty cool, so.
And you know
my
what?
bad, dog.
Just so you know, that's kind of one of my pet peeves.
Jacket?
I just know, not a jacket. Let's just the rappers. Bro, it's freaking hot.
I'm not gonna lie, my ass is dying right now. I thought I'd wear it because it was cool. I've been sweating my balls off this whole time.
Take it off, dude.
Fuck.
I got another question for you.
Wait, it's hot. It's one of my pet peeves to watch a rap video.
Bad Monster.
And it's summer, bro. It's where your summer vibes.
Yeah.
It's where your summer vibes.
I bought this 6 months ago at Santa Fe Springs. I've been trying to wear it for once, so give me a break.
You wore it for house. We're
I had a
good.
beanie in the car to go with it.
Oh, hell no. No, I would have been oh, no, take this shit out, bro.
I got another question for you. What's it like to be a part of the generation with the shoe closing? Because you were there with whatever legends you were there with, or were not there, whatever.
Yeah.
But you were there when the shoe closed. What was that like of that exodus taking place?
It was the craziest thing because and that's such a great story that I don't know, it hasn't really been told that much, like the hunger strike.
Shoot it.
But when the 3-judge panel in the Northern District ruled and said the shoes are sanctioned torture, they shut it down. All the guys from Pelican Bay, the people, guys that have been 30 years, 32 years, 20 years, decades, were immediately moved down to Corcoran. So it's okay, wow, this is really happening. They started doing these committees every Friday where you would go to committee and they would just release 10, 15, just back to the main lines, to whatever yards, whatever prisons. And I would see a lot of those guys that had been up there for all those 30 years pushing their property out to the yard.
I wonder how they felt. Huh?
And I'm thinking, damn, if they're letting them go out to the yard, I'm sure as hell going out to the yard,
How long did it take for you to go?
Once after the hunger strike ended, about a month and a half maybe, they walked to my door and they go, "You're a 270. Where do you want to go?" And I hadn't even thought about a prison main line in 10 years. And I was just she goes, "If you go to Corcoran right here, if you just go to this main line right here, you can get kicked out today." I was like, "I'll go today."
How did you feel?
I was getting released. I called my mom, my grandpa came to visit that weekend. I hadn't touched my family in 15 years at that point.
What'd you have in visit to eat?
My grandfather came, I'll never forget, because these were the last of the 3 visits. He was slipping into dementia. So when he came, I remember, I guess he was telling everybody, my grandpa raised me, he's like my dad, like, you know, my boy, he's coming out. It's been years since, and I remember when I came out, I just gave him a hug and he was just like, oh my God, like, because it had been so long, man, so long. But you would see these other guys like 30 years, like meeting their family members. Shout out to my boy Bobby from Maravilla came up to me. He was in the shoe for 32 years, came up with a CD player. I told you the other day, and batteries.
Yeah.
I was like, how do I put this shit together? Help me. Never seen a CD on TV and stuff like that, but he's been in a box for 32 years. Had no idea what a CD, last time he left were 8 tracks.
His grandpa was.
I mean, you guys were talking about phones earlier. When I left, I had my Bravo Express pager. You know what song was hitting when I went to prison? The First of the Month by Bone Thugs and Harmony. It just came out. Coolio's Paradise, Gangster's Paradise was #1.
Wow.
Bone Thugs had just dropped their first album. I remember that. Above the Law, Black Superman, MC8, We Comes.
The only
Top
like
of the Most
homie
Wanted.
rappers back
Those were the
then,
albums we
Lighter Shade
had.
of Brown.
We had all
used to
those
bump.
tapes. We had tapes in the cars.
Frost, Brownside.
Little
Yeah.
Rob, Brownside. Yeah, Brownside. The homie from Brownside was there. Weasel. It was
Beaver?
no Weasel. He was one of the
Oh,
brothers.
okay.
He was a lifer. Yeah, he was a lifer. He's my age.
Is it safe to say that secretly, super secretly, Brian's the most high powered guest we've ever had?
Yeah. I love it.
I'll take that.
I mean, I never made it to the. I mean, I was telling him on the documentary. I've never made it to the shoe. I've done shoe terms in ad seg because you're on a wait. A lot of people don't know this. There's a lot of dudes that will do shoe terms in ad seg because there used to be, because of them, a waiting list to get to the shoe. You could wait 3 years in ad seg to get transferred up to the
that is
actual
a thing,
shoe.
yeah.
Unless you're like a serious murderer or you've attacked
Yeah,
cops, they'll make room for you. But like a lot of us, I had assaults on staff. I had assaults on just regular yard assaults. I'm in the ad seg for 2 years, maybe.
And to
3
be
years.
clear, like I wasn't even like
Yeah.
I never claimed to be. I was just a good soldier and try to be the best homie, the best I
Yeah.
could be. Like I wasn't, and I stuck it out and I rode it out to the end. But I
What did you eat? Because did you guys eat the same thing or did you guys eat different?
as far as
Like you go to mainline and then you being
way different. Like we didn't get in the shoe. You don't get fried eggs. That's like the thing you miss the most. You don't get the fried eggs. Isn't that the one where you pop it and all this stuff?
Yeah, the yolk.
You don't get that. Like everything is put in a bag. The Folgers jar, they have to pour in a bag because you're too dangerous for a Folgers jar. The chips get poured. Nothing is in its thing. So
Limited canteen, limited.
your
yeah.
toothpaste. You get a syrup pack. You got to empty out your syrup because you can't keep the toothpaste container. You have to squirt it in there, and you tie up your syrup pack and then you every morning.
Yeah.
Your deodorant, you can't have your deodorant. You have to. There's like for the bread bags, it's like a specific, like a plastic. You put your deodorant in there and you use your milk carton and you just make your own deodorant stick because
Oh,
you can't have plastic,
wow.
you can't have bags, you can't have anything like that in the shoe.
because you could like hurt yourself.
You can hurt yourself, somebody else.
No, because these guys are very smart.
Extremely
and they can
smart.
make things out of everything.
Yeah.
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 Damn, I hadn't thought about that in a long time. And it was crazy because the CO, they used to always, like, every time I'd just be messing with him, talking shit. He's dumping my stuff out, and I'm like, oh, yeah, don't give me that chip bag. It's super dangerous. Like, when I get kicked out of the shoe, I'm with him. Like, I see the CO, like, 2 months later, I'm on the yard, like, on yard crew with, like, an axe or something. I'm like, you wouldn't give me a chip bag, like, 2 weeks ago.
Now I got to act.
Now I got an axe full, you know what I mean? Like,
Wow.
but he's laughing. I mean, he knows.
Yeah.
It's different. He had to do what he had
It
to do.
was what it was. Yeah, I get that part, yeah.
Wow. Does anybody have any questions for the guys?
Does anybody have any questions whatsoever? Because we are coming to a close here soon, but we will take a couple legitimate questions.
Yes, right? Guys?
Yeah.
This was good. I enjoy you guys.
Strictly Hard Rap says, y'all think these fools bang? There are multiple human beings currently incarcerated that have verified these stories via comments and DMs. Whether or not you'd like to believe that is up to you.
Look at that. A bunch of graffiti comments.
I've been writing graffiti my whole life as well from the Bay Area. Icon, ask them if they did time with Dubs before. Yeah, no.
I don't know.
No, don't worry about it. Just
Never.
Wow. I'm always like, wow.
Oh, okay. Here's a very hot topic.
Hot topic.
Very hot topic.
Does it involve midgets wearing Crocs?
Hey,
Don't
I'll
worry.
send you a picture.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Let me
I'm
ask
not
you
opening
this,
up
Brian, since you did the most time.
No more.
What was
you from the other one?
what was it like doing time with Northerners, and how did the temperature change over the years, if it did for you at all?
In the beginning, it was good. There was no, I mean, I'll say good by as there was no war. It was respectful. I think in 2007, yeah, it was 2007. Something happened in Kern Valley, which kind of ignited a war that lasted for until that agreement to end hostilities that I talked about. But my relationship, I've known a lot of Norteños over the years. We've had good relationships. It's just a respect thing. Like they're not my friends. They're just they are who they are. You know, I respect their get down, but yeah.
Your face.
Yeah.
I mean, I was only with them a few. I was with them a few times. I mean, they have a strict program.
We're humans, right? What can we do?
Northern,
They have to. I mean, there's a
have a
smaller
very strict
version, so
program.
yeah,
Yeah, they're very intense.
Intense in what form?
Well, their structure is very intense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, when you're the small number.
well, being a
whatever.
white boy, we got a lot of northern white boys too, and it's weird because just like the homies,
yeah, talk about
just like the homies, like white boys, like
We got northern homies.
I'm gonna
too?
tell you something funny. I don't know if I should say this or not, but I'm gonna take a risk.
Okay.
Do you remember when they tried to enforce the interracial housing thing for a brief second?
Yeah,
on
like
the line?
2006 or something.
Well, most of us whites, us southern whites, would be like, dude, I'll take a southern Mexican before I take a northern white boy. Our
It
get
was
downs,
that intense.
our get downs are that different, just like southern Mexicans and northern Mexicans. The whites up north, we do program with them on the yards, unlike they do. But when it comes to, do I want to live in a cell with a northern white boy? No disrespect, because I got a lot of solid homeboys, Fresnex, Sacramaniacs, Modesto cats, Stockton white boys. I love you all. But our attitudes clash when you're living in a small environment like a cell. So I would choose a southern Mexican as a cellie over a
Yeah.
northern white boy. And it is what it is.
Okay.
No disrespect. I got a lot of homeboys from the north, but that's
how it
and
is.
if any other white boy down south says different, they're full of shit.
Okay.
There it is. There.
There it is
Yeah.
there.
I would never live with a.
I'm from the
North
valley,
or
by the way.
anyone like that.
Yeah, but I'm from the valley. Just to think.
Yeah.
Sure.
Hey, I don't think I asked you guys. This is the last question for me, probably. Did you guys have like a favorite, like Sally?
Yeah, a lot of my cellies are even out here right now.
Yeah.
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 They're probably what you're gonna watch.
Yeah. I mean, I
You
know
got,
a
you
few
got a
of them are-
couple. There's a couple people that are with you in the Bay that were commenting.
Yeah,
You missed
yeah.
it, yeah. Someone from Oceanside too.
This is
Renee,
like
my boy Renee Simon, East LA, he's out there right now. That was my boy. We were cellies for about 4 years. We went through a lot of stuff together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a lot of good cellies.
we
man.
obviously know who was your.
Randy was my favorite.
Randy
I had
was-
another good one named Mad Dog from Orange County.
I never sold up with people. Usually it was really from my area. It would always be like,
Far.
I tried to keep it with the valley. If it wasn't a homeboy from SFV, I'll go AV or maybe San Gabriel Valley because your attitude's kind of mixed. I want to make sure that I can handle being in a cell.
Cause you're intense, bro.
Yeah, I am. Well, and I read a lot too. When I'm in a cell, I read a lot. I have
Okay.
OCD,
Intense.
so I read a lot, and I
His personality is like mine, kind of like intense. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like just.
like. Yeah, don't fuck with my creamer. So my mom sends nice creamer in a package. So walking horse is expensive. Your creamer's your creamer. My creamer's my creamer. Just so we're clear.
that's what we need some package catalogs.
Yeah,
man.
you
That'd be
gotta
cool.
have some walking horse catalogs or some shit right here too.
Well, we
One
didn't have
last
that. We just
question.
need
Yeah.
commissary paper.
One last question from the chat before we dip. Are you guys familiar with the former Lieutenant Hector Bravo?
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about him exposing the CDCR
I love
in whichever way that he is doing? that?
I like what that dude's doing, and it's crazy because
Do you remember him from in there?
I did his thing. No, I didn't know him, but I went on his
Oh, that's right. I
yeah,
did see it.
and we messaged actually a lot. I think that the CDCR is going to try to take this dude out at some point because he's blasting him. This guy puts paperwork. He's taunting wardens. He's a beast. Like
He's
I
down.
just saw that he's getting divorced now too. So his life is getting intense, but he's putting it hard to CDC. I mean, I do my little CDC hashtag thing, but this guy goes hard. He's putting like wardens.
Out there.
Yeah.
Is that the guy you showed me the podcast?
Hector Bravo. Yeah.
I don't know much about
Because
him.
I think we're gonna bring him back on.
He was
on,
on
Wednesday.
here, yeah.
I'm gonna bring. On Wednesdays. I'm gonna try to bring my past guests
Right on.
on.
Yeah. I mean, he's killing it right now. He's all over the place.
He was just on Vlad
Yeah.
TV, so I am 100% sure Vlad asked him some Vlad questions.
Well, we should watch it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
Guys. And do you guys want to tell anything to the chat before we go?
Talk about your thing.
Send
What
up.
thing? Oh yeah, talk about what thing?
He got something he's working on.
Oh yeah, what are you working on?
Oh yeah, no, what I was telling you guys earlier, I have we talked about my time in prison. I did a dog program. I did the Positive Change Dog Program. It was a 3-month program. It was on my 25th year in prison. I got my first dog at 41 years old, at 25 years in prison. I signed up for this program, changed my entire life. The dog that I trained, my family adopted. I came home to it 4 years later. Well, anyways, I just finished a book. It's an audio book about that. It's gonna be coming out really soon. I'm really excited about it.
Good.
I'm my biggest critic, and when I listen to it, I'm like, damn, this is dope right here.
Oh, good.
Yeah, no,
Can't wait to hear it.
I'm super proud of it. Yeah.
Good. So that's what you have coming.
Yeah.
Well,
Other things.
obviously we'll share.
When are you releasing that?
I'm hoping in 2 weeks.
You already got the artwork done?
That's the last part.
Yeah, I'll ask you after. Never
Okay.
mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm super excited about
I'm
that.
excited to hear it.
Yeah.
What about you, Matt?
Well, we're still. I don't know if I told you last time. I'm on a pilot for a reality show with Conejo and a bunch of guys. Big Sleeps. Where are we at now? We've got it.
In connection. Yeah. I mean, it's.
I have a
being shot.
new tattoo reality show that I'm hosting. That
Oh, good.
we just have finally a few offers made. A couple big networks want to pick it up. So,
Oh, well, that's amazing. Hopefully,
Yeah.
let's pray one of the big
Yes.
ones pick it up.
yeah.
Right.
Good. Well, good. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you for coming on Indicted for Visitation Hour.
Yes.
I appreciate you guys.
Always.
Thank you so much to everyone that's participating in the chat. We highly appreciate your guys' presence. Make sure you guys check the link in the descriptions for all of our sponsors for the best personalized custom real gold and diamond jewelry. Hit up For His Glory. Of course, if you guys are having trouble or need some extra assistance or want to put a little pack in that punch, make sure you guys hit up Royalty Honey.
Oh yeah, I'm a focus.
If you guys are ever hungry and in the 562, make sure you hit up the Paramount Fatimas Grill. That's the one, not Downey, not the other one, Paramount. And of course, if you guys are looking for that fire and you cannot find my promo code for cookies, make sure you guys hit up Cali Plug, our newest sponsor here at
Cali
Indicted.
Plug.
With that being said, and of course, make sure you guys hit up shakaware.com for all your streetwear essentials. With that being said, these are the 818 legends themselves in the flesh. Right here with the Big Negra. Shout out to Brian. Shout out to Matt. We highly appreciate you, gentlemen.
Thank you for having us. We love it.
Again, thank you, chat. No, this is not pre-recorded. That's disrespectful. This is Visitation live in the flesh.